2023. We're back. Ian, the master of pieces, hobby reseller. Hope you guys had a great break. I am absolutely chomping at the bit to get back on eBay, get back on YouTube as well. Open my eBay store up 5th of January. A few sales have been trickling in, but it's really time to put my goals into practice and start 2023 with a bang. I've got a busy episode today actually. Got a Facebook Marketplace pickup to make. I want to run you through all the sales as well. But before we do any of that, I need to tidy up this garage a bit. The great thing about Christmas time is you get a lot of packaging. Let me just pan you up there. Loads of it. That'll keep me going for a while. But it all needs organising. I've kind of tidied up the death pile a little bit. It's all in there. There's still 4 or 5 bags of stuff that I want to get rid of and take down to the charity shops. Stuff that really I'm not going to get around to listing, not particularly high value. Get it out the garage, fresh start, and try and replace it by listing some better stock up. So let's crack on and crank that eBay handle. And part of the clear out involves taking this big bag of just loose media down to trade into CEX. These are all the tail end of bundles where I've picked out the better games and sold the better games, or just stuff that's been on the store for ages and ages. No real interest. What I want to do is trade it all into CEX, see how much money I get on a voucher, and then use that voucher to pick up 1 or 2 items to pick up something a bit more desirable and a bit more liquid to sell on eBay. So, traded in a lot of games, a lot of movies. They didn't take them all, but they took most of them. And we got a whopping £25.68p as a voucher. So you can see there's a lot of titles, and to list all of those on eBay, whether it be in bundles or individually, is going to take a lot of time and not really much value. So what I did was, with that voucher, I added in another 30 quid and I bought this. Check this out. A boxed Game Boy Color Zelda Link's Awakening. Yes, granted, the box isn't in the best condition, pretty faded, few creases on it, but it's got the original cardboard insert, the original manual, but yeah, look, it is pretty faded on the cover there. And some of these extra inserts, look at the colours on those N64s. Now looking at solds for boxed Game Boy Color Zelda, people have been paying anywhere up to about £80 plus postage. Those ones are in a lot better condition than these, but I think my 55 quid's safe. And it's a good example of trading in just some old games, adding a little bit more money into the mix as well. It now means I've just got one single item that, if I do choose to sell it, I may even make a bit more profit on it. But this is going straight into my retro gaming collection. So 5 bags donated into the charity shops. Great to have a declutter of the garage start 2023 afresh. But you know what, I did have to go to 3 different shops just to get rid of it all. They were starting to limit the number of bags they were taking in because they are being inundated with donations. And I didn't mind going to 3 different charity shops at all, because of course you've got to have a browse around, and I'm finding the prices are really good at the minute. The charity shops are realising they're getting lots of stuff in, so want to turn it around quick. But also, people have probably spent a lot on the run up to Christmas. They're now trying to save a little bit. It's the perfect time to be buying those second-hand toy bundles. Have a look at some of these bits that I picked up. Check this out. Brand new and sealed Monopoly Game of Thrones Collector's Edition. Only £3.99. Solds on the run into Christmas were anything up to 30 quid all in. Just down here, Thor's Stormbreaker. Tested, working. Marvel stamp from 2017 on the bottom. That should be about a tenner plus postage. This was a little find and a bolo. A Disney Store stamped Bolt dog plush. It was a £5, but that's well worth it. Sold on the run up to Christmas, 25 to 30 quid plus postage. Some going even higher than that. There are a few of these listed up on eBay, so I'm going to have to be very careful with how I price this. Nice little Jurassic World bundle up here. We've got 3 of these raptors. They got fixed jaws. There's no articulation, but they were only £1 each. Dated from 2015. These sell for about 6 to 7 quid plus postage each. I'll probably bundle those together, 15 quid plus postage, because that one doesn't stand up. Nice little Jurassic World plush here. Not worth too much, but it was only 50p, and that I'll probably put in with those dinosaurs to make my bundle a bit more attractive on eBay. Had to get this one. It's a Cetiosaurus from 1985 British Museum. The moulding's pretty rough, but it is nearly 40 years old. Nice bit of history to that one. Next up, we got a couple of pair of football AstroTurf boots. I don't usually pick up AstroTurf boots, but these were a good size 9 and size 10. Only £4 each. These are copper 17.4s. These are Nike Mercurials. They should be pretty quick sellers. Adidas Predators. Doesn't matter what size they are, I always pick them up. These are UK size 2, but they're only £2. Resale value, these are worth about 15 plus postage. Kids need football boots for school. Everyone still wants Predators. These have got the socks on. Lovely pair of boots. And the final pickup, I had to get it. It's a sealed Power Rangers Dino Charge Villain Vivix figure. The box is absolutely mangled, but it is still sealed, and it was only £2. I'm always picking up sealed toys when I see them if they're only £2. Not the highest resale value, 10, 11 quid plus postage, something like that, but always great to see out in the wild. So some unexpected finds today. I didn't actually plan to pick anything up in their charity shops, but it's really encouraging to hear that they're getting lots of donations in. So when I go next Wednesday, hopefully all those donations have hit the shelf and there should be plenty of treasure to find out there. First Facebook Marketplace pickup of 2023 done. And I got 2 bagfuls. This is the first bag here. And for the OGs of the channel, you'll know exactly what this is. Thomas the Tank Trackmaster. I've not picked up a decent bundle for ages, but when you get 20 trains for 20 quid, you can't turn it down. Bit of risk involved with it. Some of the trains might not work, but there's enough bulk in it and the numbers will carry that through. I love selling Trackmaster. It's the type of thing where you buy in big bundles and you can sell it off in either smaller bundles or individually. Some of the trains in here alone are going to be worth about a tenner plus postage each. No real high-end trains, but some good value in them. But what I am most excited about is what is in this second white bag here. She said she had 15 people message her after I'd messaged her, and I messaged her within an hour of the listing going live. And I love to hear that, because you know that what is in there is going to be high demand, so likely to get a decent price. Let's get home, let me take you through what's in this bag. And what I've got here is 28 wooden Thomas the Tank trains, and I paid 30 quid for them, just over £1 each. Actually, before we get into this, I am not a big Thomas the Tank fanboy. I'm not like some avid collector of all of this stuff, but Thomas the Tank is a niche I learned when I started reselling. My kids are into it, so I knew the value of this type of thing brand new. I was able to find bundles on Facebook Marketplace and do the learning through selling. So it means that when I see a listing like this come up on Facebook, I know to jump on it quick because there is some decent value here. And what you find with these type of toys is the fact that they're wooden puts a high demand. There are people that don't like buying the plastic toys and would prefer to have wooden trains like this. They're all compatible with that wooden track you see, so they're compatible with Brio systems, early learning systems. These trains are made by a company called Learning Curve. Not as valuable as, say, the Brio trains, but still, they hold a lot of value. Check this one out. Easy to identify because it's got it on the bottom. Old Slow Coach, that's a £10 plus postage carriage. Skiff up here, another tenner plus postage. Hector, this wagon, 8-9 quid plus postage. And Daisy, another £10 plus postage. You get the idea. Now, not all of these are worth that much, and they're not in the best condition, but at just over £1 each, you can't really go wrong. Now, there's a couple of ways I could go about selling these. Either selling them off individually, and I could be into profit just by selling those 4 that I've just shown you. Or I could sell this all off as one big bundle and let the higher value trains carry the lower value trains. If I target about 3 quid a train, and that's on the cheap side, this 30 quid investment could turn into about 100 quid just as one bulk listing. So, some nice pickups. Hang on, let me just plonk you up there a sec. It's all very good, keep picking up stuff, but you've got to get on a listing. What I want to do, not grow such a big death pile. But I find listing this time of year quite difficult. I find it difficult to get the price right. Remember, most of the stuff I sell is toys and games. And I usually use eBay sold listings as a guide of how to price my stuff. But the eBay sold listings go back 3 months, October, November, December. That is prime Christmas run-up time. So what makes it difficult to price items now is judging whether those items have been inflated because of Christmas or whether they're just naturally high valuable items. I'll show you a couple of examples. This is Johnny off of Sing 2. Really desirable plush. There's only a couple of these listed currently on eBay for really high prices, and before Christmas these were going for about £40 consistently plus postage. Now the ones currently listed on eBay are much higher than that, so if I put this at 40 quid, I imagine I will get a few nibbles and that would sell. A good example of where a Christmas inflation hasn't actually affected this product. Maui off of Moana. Now before Christmas this was going for about 40 quid plus postage. I think that the price on this will slightly dip a little bit, so maybe you're looking at something like 30 to 35 plus postage. There's a few of these listed up on eBay already, but the condition is so variable. Some of them don't have the hook, the necklace is gone, all of his tattoos are scratched. This one's in okay-ish condition, but that is not going to be hitting those top Christmas prices. So the way I determine this is to look at what is currently listed, how many, what condition and what prices, and what is sold, how many and at what condition and at what price, and I make my judgment. What I'm very wary of is if I price too high, some of these items could be sitting around for the next 12 months, and I have done that before. But on the other hand, no one likes to price stuff too low, do they? You want to get the right value for money. But what I do tend to do in January is I do tend to price my things a little bit lower. It means that my listing is likely to stand out over other listings. And if you look at the price point of most of the things I sell, let's take Johnny for example. If I price that one at 35 quid instead of 40 quid, I'm only going to be missing out on a fiver. It's not as if I'm selling things for thousands and I'm losing thousands, as long as I'm getting the bulk of the profit that I'm after. Right, let's check out some eBay sales and what's been selling since my shop's turned back on. So I turned my eBay shop back on 5th of January and it's been a slow, steady start to the sales. Check out some of these. Firstly, going for full price, I sold this Jellycat Lion. Brand new, with tags. That one went for just over 20 quid. This is why I think this time of year is really difficult to price things. I had these listed up before Christmas, hoping someone would buy it then. I haven't changed the prices at all, and it's still gone for full price. I'm glad I didn't choose to knock this price down. This next one though, I did take an offer on. It doesn't have tags on, but it's got the little label on there. This cute little monkey, he's gone for just over a tenner. I bundled these two PS1 games together, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Disc only. They are pretty scratched on the back, but I've tested them both, they do work. Those have gone for just over 15 quid all in. I got those in a big wallet of discs. I sold the wallet of discs off with the PlayStation. These were worth selling on their own. Next up, I got this small little transformer. This is called Hightower. It is missing a little hook, but this one does transform and connect with other transformers and using little accessories like these fists to build a big Devastator. That one on its own has gone for 12 quid all in, even with bits missing. Not a massive sale this next one, but quite a satisfying one. A sealed set of 3 Mrs. Hudson books. I would never usually pick this stuff up, but they were sealed and they were £1. They've gone for 12 quid all in. Nice little flip, didn't hang around for long. And super easy to pack. And the next sale, I've decided to sell my Nintendo Wii. I've parted it all out and I've sold these Wii steering wheels separately. Bundled 2 together like that. There are tons of these up on eBay. The only way I could think of making my listing stand out was just by price. So I looked at what was lowest, undercut it by about 50p. They've gone for just over £10 all in. 3 sales coming overnight. Let's pick them so we can get them posted. First one to come in was this PlayStation 2 game, Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. Didn't sell for too much, only went for a £5 all in. One of my last Power Ranger bundles left. This is a set of Mystic Force figures, 3 Power Rangers and those 2 guys there. 2 quid each on average I've been selling these for, so that's a tenner plus postage there. And then the first sale from that Trackmaster bag I've just picked up. Keep an eye out for this one. This is Streamline Thomas, always a really quick seller. Bundled him with Streamline Percy. There he is there. Threw in that little rocket. Those are gone for 15 quid plus postage, so that's the bulk of my money back already. So things have started to pick up a bit on Saturday. Check out some of these. First up, I sold Charlie, Revolution Trackmaster from that bundle I just picked up. That one went for a tenner all in. That puts me into profit on the Trackmaster portion of that pickup. Haven't listed up any of those wooden trains yet. Next up, we've got Cluedo Carnival, brand new and sealed. The sell-through rate on this is terrible. Not many sold, plenty listed, and I've had this listed for a long time. I took an offer on this actually. I sold a brand new and sealed version at the same price as a pre-owned version. 9 quid all in. I just wanted to get it gone. This was an absolute beauty. I paid £10 in the charity shop just before Christmas. Lego Star Wars Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter. And we built it over Christmas. It was really good fun. And by some miracle, it's 100% complete. Lego Star Wars, 100% complete, boxed with instructions, all the minifigures, got everything going for it. That has sold for 60 quid plus postage. And now I've already showed you those 2 Wii steering wheels. I did list up all of my Nintendo Wii stuff because I got a Nintendo Switch for Christmas and I've been playing that with the kids. So we don't need this anymore. Sold that one. Zelda Skyward Sword with the orchestra disc, £10 plus postage. And in here is my Nintendo Wii console with Wii Sports, Wii Play, 2 games included. And I threw in 3 extra third-party Wii remotes. That is a bundle there that you can plug in and play and have a ton of fun. That has gone for 50 quid all in and sold within a day. Feels like I underpriced it, but looking at solds before Christmas and what they're selling for about now, I think that was on the money. Now there's a few more sales, but they haven't been paid for yet. I'll probably cover them in a shorts video tomorrow. But for now, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I do plan on hitting the charity shops next Wednesday. There's so much stock going into them at the minute. I just want to have a little nose, see if there's stuff for the collection or see if there's anything to resell. Hopefully catch you then.